Welcome back, Bulbasaurians. Today I'm going to be on a solo adventure, and as most of you know, my birthday was this past weekend, so I'm going to go over some of the stuff that my wonderful wife got me for my birthday. So here we go. So the first thing she got me, as many of you remember, this is my gator binder. I'm trying to collect one card from every player who's ever played for the University of Florida Gator football team. And so, like I said, many of you know this, but I got some upgrades for this for my birthday. First of all, I got these. They're decals to go on the second gift, because this binder was just a random one that we had laying around. I got a new binder for the set. This awesome orange Vault-X binder. So we'll be moving the collection from this random blue binder that we had into this new fancy orange one that I got for my birthday, and then we'll put some stickers on the front. The next thing that I got was the coolest thing I've gotten for my birthday, and it is this, which may not look like much right now, but when you turn it on, y'all, it is a Snorlax eating ramen neon sign. So I'm gonna have to find a place to hang that up. This is like the coolest thing ever. All right, and we're back now. We have our Vault-X binder in the nice, beautiful orange color. We're gonna go ahead and get that opened up. And then we'll take a look and see what stickers we want to put on it. Thinking probably the Florida and the Gators with the Gator head logo. I don't know, do I want the Gator head logo or this logo? We'll go with the Gator head logo. All right, so we'll go ahead and peel these up off of here. These things do not want to release off of here, which I guess is a good thing, because that means they won't try and pull off the binder either. That right there. Put this one right here. All right, so there we are. That looks good. I like that. It looks a lot straighter in person. I don't know why the camera makes it kind of look like this side's higher, but it's not. So, all right. Now that we got that, let's go ahead I'm going to open it up. Get the papers out of here. All right, so that is good to go. And what we'll do next, we will go into a little bit of a recap on the gator collection because it has grown quite a bit, and we'll be back in a second. All right, so we have the blue binder here that has the gator cards in it, and we're going to kind of go through that real quick. So this is the front page. Eventually I'm going to fill these spots with other stuff as well, but it's like random gator stuff like the logo, the stadium. This is the fight song. This is just a crowd shot. And then this is a team card from the 1988 Gators Burger King set. So I thought that was pretty cool, so I included it on the front page here. And then here are my A's. And then the B's. Now, previously I had said that I wasn't going to have cards in here that came from like one of those specialty sets if I could help it. But there are some cards that the player just doesn't have another readily available card for it. So like in this case, this is the only card that he has that I can find. There may be another one out there, and if there is, I'll replace it, but this is from the 2015 Panini set. And the same thing with these over here. This is the 1991 All-Stars of the SEC set. And there again, finding a one that fits the other criteria of that player in Gator uniform on the card is very hard with some of these, especially like older players and stuff. So you will still see some of those from those specialty sets in here. Like I said, if I find another one that's, something that's not in that set, then I'll go ahead and replace it. But for now, those are the only ones I can find for those. And then this here, this is actually a 1991 Smokey the Bear Florida Gators release. So that's pretty cool. Then again, the 2015 Panini set. These are my C's. And on to the D's. The E's. The F's. The G's. The H's. The currently lone I card here from Cornelius Ingram. The J's. There were quite a few Jacksons who played for Florida, so I think I've got 4 of them here, and there's plenty more. Ks. The Ls, we got DJ Lagway there. Can't wait to see him this upcoming season. Expecting good things there. We got the M's. Again, another one of those Burger King Gator cards there. If I can find one that would replace that, then I would, but for right now, pretty much that's the only card that I can find available for him. I'm gonna go back real quick. This is really cool. This is like a campus shot behind Mertz there. It's like the actual campus. And the N's. The O's. We got P's. And yes, that is Jesse Palmer of Bachelor fame. Then on to the R's. And again, this is an interesting card. I like this one, this Anthony Richardson. It actually has, it's called Fight Song. And if you look, there's the actual words to the Florida Fight Song printed in the background. Thought that was pretty unique. Then we have our S's, including that Emmitt Smith that I talked about before that does qualify because it has him in his college uniform, even though it also has him in his pro uniform there with the Cowboys. I love that card. And Steve Spurrier, once again, he played for Florida and coached for Florida, so I had him in his coaching attire instead of his football uniform. That's just because that's the way I remember Steve Spurrier the most. I wasn't even born when he played, so. And then on to the T's. The lone Bruce Vaughn card there. And then the W's. The current only Y card that I have, Jack Youngblood, Gator legend there. And finally Z, and that, yes, that is an autograph card. So, all right, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling these out, putting it into the orange Voltex binder, and see you in a minute. And we're back. So this binder, I've moved things around, set it up a little bit differently than before to try and save some space. So we'll take a look. So I've still got that first landing page. But then what I did is, instead of giving each letter like their own full page, I kind of shortened it up a little bit while still leaving room for expansion. See, look, some expansion room there, and this. And while I'm looking at it, that reminds me, this card right here, this is one of those cards that, just goes to show this collection isn't about whichever card's the most expensive or that sort of thing. This card right here, for whatever reason, these cards were very, very poorly cut. Look how off center that is. So, and specifically this background, this comes in like a gold, a silver, a bronze, and something else, I think like a teal color or something. But specifically these tended to be very off center. And so when I bought this, when there were several of them that I could have chosen, but I was like, I'm gonna take the most unique looking one, which is the one that was the worst off center of all of them. That is just crazy, but it's still a really cool card. So that's why it's in here. And like I said, kind of just redid it. It makes the binder look fuller because there's not as much empty space. And the empty space that is there is kind of broken up so that it's not all, all clumped together. And it makes cards like Cornelius Ingram here doesn't have to be on a page by himself. He gets to be with some other cards here. So, but still, like I said, leaving room for, expanding. I can either, like in this case, expand the J's further going this way. And then if I have to, I can move these K's down to get more J space. Or if I get a bunch of K's, I can move those up and use this space down here for more K. So, because this binder, it's one of those that eventually I'm going to have to get one of the really, really big binders to put it in, because it's not ever going to be complete, because every year they're taking in freshmen and graduating seniors. So, they're gonna always be cards that need to be put in here. There's not an end to it. So, and there we are, finally with the Z's. So, Jack Youngblood and stuff, they don't have to be on their own page anymore. They get space, because I doubt I'm gonna be getting any more Y's or Z's, especially not more than, 2 of them at a time. So, all right, so there we have it. If you like this binder setup better than it was before, then let me know down in the comments. Or if you liked it the other way better, maybe when I do go to a larger binder, then I'll space it back out again like that later. But for now, I kind of like this setup. It saves space, but also gives you kind of a feeling that the binder's fuller than it was before. So, all right, I think total, I think we're up to like 140 cards at this point. So hopefully we'll get some more and be able to show off the collection again. All right, well, that's it for me today, and I will be back next week with Bulbadoodle, and we'll probably be doing something Pokemon related or some other thing that we're interested in. All right, guys, see you next week.